Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deborah Pettit, and today we have a very special guest, Florence Ajiboye. She's from Nigeria. So Florence actually got this off of Chat GPT. Um, and I wanted to read it to you guys because this is really kind of exactly why I write the way I write. So I write stories that include all different types of people from all over the world. And it said, in our increasingly connected world, it's more important than ever for children to learn about and appreciate different cultures. Kids are naturally curious, and books that feature children or characters from diverse backgrounds not only spark kids' imagination, but also impart essential life lessons to showcase characters from different places coming together to tackle a problem. That despite our differences, we can achieve great things when we unite and value one another's contributions. All right, so first, I wanted to ask um, Florence, can you tell us a little bit more detail where you're from?
Okay, I am from Delta State, the Urobo community. Delta State is in the southern region of Nigeria, and we are it's a lively place to be, and the people there they are very lively with rich culture, and a place that attracts tourism because of their rich culture, especially during the time of their festivals and even the Christmas period too is well celebrated there as Christians. So Delta is a place, and there too we have uh, we they call it's part of the Niger Delta in Nigeria because of the oil
Mm.
that is developed and that was discovered in that very region. So it's rich in crude oil,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and the people there they do farming too, farming, fishing. So we have a very rich culture and very attractive place for people to migrate to, and the people there are full of life.
Mm. I love it. Love it. So, what was life like growing up in Nigeria? And what did you do for fun as a kid?
As a kid, there are a lot and a lot of things, while growing up. There are a lot of things I do. There are a lot of indoors and outdoors, especially outdoors activities as a child. In Back home, you see a lot of us, and especially me. I like playing Ludo. I like doing this racing, and there is this game that we call 10-10. The 10-10 is very common even across Nigeria. I observed, it's a common game. We go out, we play. We at times, I remember a scenario where I go swimming with my friends, and I was almost drowned
Mm.
because I could not swim then. But when my mother can swim, so when she got to know, she now said, this child is adventurous, so she has to teach me how to swim. Because she knows that I will still go back to the river to swim. So she taught me how to swim, and then after which, my friend, they said, let's go and play in the river. I picked my things, a little, maybe we want to wash plates, we will not wash the plate at home, we want to wash it in the river. Yeah, so
Oh.
that we can play in the river and begin to swim to the deeper part of the river. And there is a game we call cross country in the river, where you cross from the female side to the male side of the river. And the male side, a female that is not yet defied, can always swim to that side.
Okay.
Then, but if the girl is defied, she dare not swim across and say, I want to cross country and swim to the other side. And that child, it can be very, very fatal, the consequence,
Oh, okay.
back home in that river. So I never knew that, because I never knew that that side that is not meant for, you don't cross to that. Me, I just cross across. They say, don't go there, don't go. I didn't even know I crossed and came back. So they say, say, thank God. I said, what? He said, except you are. I said, but I've not known man. So I now understand why some girls cannot swim
Okay.
to the other side of the river. So we will sweep, our eyes will be so red because of the water. You go deep, and so it's fun growing up.
Okay. Oh, wow.
We
Um,
also play
yeah.
football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we play football. Uh, Girls to girls, boys to boys. Then at times we do the champion, the one that plays well in the girl. They will have to match with the boys to play football, and we really do bravely there.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
compete,
Did you
even though
win?
the the boys, they have more muscles. No matter how you play, but they will still, but we try. They know that we too,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
try.
That's right. That's right.
So it's fun.
What did you do for work in Nigeria?
Depending on the season and the need, many of us in my community, they do farming. You know, they do. My mother trades. You know, and at times farm. So at times, and my uncle does fishing. So we have a lot of fresh fish
Oh,
to
nice.
eat without paying for it.
Nice.
So at times I follow my peers to go for this firewood for us to make food
Okay.
at home instead of the stove.
Mm.
Then stove wasn't common,
Okay.
and even if you have, it will be the very, very rich one.
Okay.
So we I go assist in farming. We clear the bush. At times when my mom clears or my older ones clears, I pack the things, gather the grass
Okay.
and push it into one side so that the sun can dry it and get it burned.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe the cassava, we go root the cassava. They will give me small one, we carry home.
Okay.
So we grind the cassava and make it gari, what we call gari
Okay.
or stash.
Okay.
So there's some people in my culture, they go to offices, they work in the offices too,
Okay.
government offices, and then some, they also do farming. So majorly, most people, and While I was still back home, while growing, I do farming, and I
Okay.
love farming.
And what did you farm? What food?
Oh, I farm. There is a plantain, cassava. We grow cassava, we grow plantain, we grow banana, and other vegetables and fruit.
Okay.
Even till now, even pineapple. So we have that farm. Even I too have the farm even till today
Okay.
that my brother manages.
Oh, neat. What would be the weather be?
Oh, the weather is very hot right now. Though yesterday I was told it was raining, so it will bring the temperature down. But the weather there is very hot.
Yeah. So you said 26 degrees or so?
Yeah, sometimes
Okay.
26,
So that would
18,
be Celsius. And then in
23.
Fahrenheit would be maybe 80. What is your favorite dish from Nigeria?
Yeah, my favorite dish, I have a lot of favorite, but I have this bitter leaf, the bitter leaf soup. Before, I don't actually like it, but
As a
when
kid, you didn't?
I don't,
Oh.
because it's bitter. It's
So the
bitter.
taste has to kind of grow on you. You have to
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
now began to like it.
Mhm.
But the one that I was growing up as a child is rice and dodo
Okay.
with beef, corned beef mixed with beef or chicken.
Oh, chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
While growing up, except maybe my mommy will want to kill one of the chicken. It's not an everyday food. Even rice
Oh.
is not an everyday food.
Oh, okay.
It's a ceremonial food back home
Oh, okay.
while growing up. And except your parents could really afford. But me, if I want to eat rice, I'll fall sick.
Okay.
So when I fall sick, my mommy will bring this, we do that. So at the end of the day, we'll say, this girl like rice. So she will now go and prepare rice and do. So when she see that I eat it, say, I know she's not sick.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because rice in those days, except on Christmas Day, and kids they like rice, but our parents they want us to eat the soup because it does a lot of vitamins to our body.
Okay.
So that bitter leaf soup and the banga soup. Banga soup is another one for an urobo in Urobo land,
Okay.
and we eat it with starch. That starch is gotten from cassava.
Okay.
So they like preparing that. I love it because they will use a lot of things to cook that food, and it makes it very tasty.
Mm.
But I like fried jollof rice or rice and stew with dodo.
Okay. Tell us what jollof rice is.
The jollof rice is a mixture of tomatoes, pepper, onion. Then we have beef. We have some seasonings. We blend the habanero pepper, the this what they call this other pepper, big there's this pepper, all the peppers,
Mm-hmm.
big pepper and the tomatoes. You blend them together with the onion. You fry it. Then you now prepare the stew, what we call stew. You add your groundnut oil. That I'm talking about the preparation now. You add the groundnut oil and you cut some onion. You add your ginger and garlic to taste good, to smell well, and you fry that a little. Then you now add your pepper. Then after the stew is properly made, you add the stock from the chicken. Then you now add your rice. You put enough water and it cooks. It tastes good.
Mm. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
How did you dress in Nigeria?
Yeah, in Nigeria, growing up, our traditional clothing is made of brightly colored fabrics with distinct pattern. For casual wear, we wear simple attire like buba and wrapper. This buba and wrapper is one of the common attire that we wear. You dress, first of all, the culture is that you dress to cover.
Okay.
You don't dress, and that teaches us why growing up, unlike these days, that most kids they expose all their body, but the real attire that we are brought up with is to dress properly as a male child and as a female child, whether Christian or not. You dress very well.
So
And the
we would say
buba,
modestly.
yeah,
Yeah.
modestly.
Okay.
You dress modestly. So that iro is a wrapper from a fabrics. Then you have the the buba. The buba you dress, it reaches here.
Uh-huh.
Some they sew it to reach here.
Okay.
So they sew the hand to reach here, and it's very beautiful. So for the male, they have kaftan or agbada. You know, it's a trouser. They sew the trouser
Trouser. Okay.
with
Yeah.
there's a way they sew that trouser. They use either rubber or rope of the fabrics for the shokoto. Then you have another one that is the kaftan. Then after the kaftan, they now have the agbada. The agbada is like it can take up to 3 yards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because or 2.5, yeah, 3 yards or 3.5 yards. Some even use 4 yards, depends on how you want it to flow.
Okay.
So, like if you see in Nigeria, you see all these politicians, all these governors, all these big, most of them they would like wearing that agbada. It makes them look, their ego comes up, but it's a very beautiful attire.
Okay.
They design the fronts and they now wear the shoe. So for the women in Roboland, we have George.
Okay.
This George, I think, is from the Indians.
Okay.
They bring it from the India because we don't manufacture it.
Oh, okay.
So the George, I have one even at home here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one, I used that one when I was to bury my mom.
Okay.
2017, and that is the type of clothes we should wear.
Would you only wear it at funerals or just fancy places?
Fancy places, even to church.
Okay.
There are times I wear it to church if I want to feel like this thing that I'm from a culture.
Okay.
So I wear that George and the blouse.
Okay.
Then with a gele, a head tie. There's a way they tie the hair. Is very gorgeous and beautiful. I have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, these are more special occasions, but what do you wear just to work, to school, to go shopping? What would you wear?
Oh, what I wear is maybe a skirt and a blouse.
So more
or
Western
a gown, Western.
clothes?
Yeah, you wear
Okay.
Western clothes.
Okay.
Why going to church? To market, to school, to to casual places.
Okay.
That's what we wear.
Yeah. All right.
Or just the way I dress.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So because this is an author channel, I thought it'd be fun to talk about how do people tell stories in Nigeria.
Yes, story is an important part of our culture. It is done orally and much emotional and and expression. You see, the elders, they sit like in those days we have what we call tales by moonlight.
Oh.
Yeah. So where the elders, we have it as a TV show program to depict our culture, rich culture that uh, that we would not want the modern world to eradicate.
Okay.
Because when, and it's always done in the evening, an
Mm.
elder, maybe they want to pass some lessons, some cultures to kids, to we kids. They will now sit down in the evening. Everybody will sit on the floor, on the mats.
Okay.
The elder that will be telling the story will sit in their middle, and he will want every child to be attentive. If any child is trying to say, "What did I say?"
Ah.
So you be so
You
that
pay
child will know that, yeah,
attention.
you pay attention. They always tell the story of the tortoise,
Uh-huh.
the smartness of the tortoise. And at times they even tell us story from the Bible, like that of the prodigal son, you
Okay.
know, just to make the child, to teach us that there is no need to be greedy.
Mm.
And at times when they tell story about the tortoise being smart, even though it's slow, they because they will ask us that the feedback, what did you learn from the lesson?
I like that.
So most of the lesson is that no matter how slow, you may be very fast. This one may be very slow. We are not all equal. You shouldn't underrate that one that is slower. You should respect. It teaches us most times to show respect to one another. Or maybe if your parents are very rich and you just feel that you should just spend the money.
Mm.
You don't want to work hard. Your brother is working, is looking into how your dad or mom they are doing to get their money and assisting. You on the other end, spending and wasting the money. You know that the end is not always the best.
Mm.
So they tell us most times stories from the scripture. They tell us stories of being a wise sower,
Yeah.
you know. So they tell us different story to depict different scenario that will help the child to grow up properly,
Mm.
not to be covetous,
Yeah.
and not to be appreciative. When you see somebody give you a penny or a dollar, you never worked for that dollar. You never worked for the person. You don't say that, you have so much, you only gave me just $1. Be appreciative. That $1, try to see how you can double it to $2.
Mm.
Not just going to spend it
Yeah.
like the servants
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
gave 10. Some of them went to go and bury it, why
Mm-hmm.
the other one did not. At the end, you say, I know an austere man, just went to where they bury it instead of you to make good use. So
Yeah.
most of the time, telling stories in Nigeria is a time to learn.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Um, so you were telling about like the tortoise and the hare. um, so a lot of our um, older stories have morals. Um, I feel like a lot of the stories nowadays in the Western culture kind of are moving away from morals, and teaching, a lesson, I guess. Um, but I feel like there are still, it's really interesting because I'm studying a lot of different authors, and a lot of the adult books they say always have a point to the story, always have a moral. And I think, oh, that's funny because I feel like a lot of the kids' stories are kind of going away from that, but the adult stories are having more of that, maybe. Um, how would you compare Nigeria? Would you say that you still hold on to stories with morals, or do you think that was maybe when you were young?
Yeah. These days, this 20th century, most of the story now is the bulk of it is laid in the hands of the church,
Oh, okay.
and or some even some school, because the curriculum, you know, there are times where the children, they have to tell them things. I mean, just stories, maybe, and also for them to, that is, there's something they call it. It's no more gathering again, because everybody is running up and down finding what to eat, because the country is not funny
Mm.
anymore. The country, the way it is right now, nobody has time except maybe in the villages, and it's no more adults. I mean, our elder, maybe our parents or maybe our uncles. These days it could just be just the kids just having that play together.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
say let, because they organize it too. You say let us tell story,
Mm.
bedtime stories, and they tell the stories, and after they go to their separate ways, to their parents' homes to sleep. But it's not like that time
Mm.
anymore.
Yeah.
Things have changed. So it's parents now, even most people, they don't even have time for that any longer.
Yeah.
So, but I do hope they realize those things.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I think, part of why I got into writing and publishing my writing, is because I want to see more kids um, telling stories and um, becoming more literate, reading more, enjoying um, enjoying the stories
Mm.
that I enjoyed, yeah, when I was a kid, but that maybe we've um, had for so many generations, and now we feel like we've lost it. Um, I think that seeing kids, poring over books and learning vocabulary and learning about the world around us, um, I have to say it's one of my joys in life. So thank you so much for um, this interview. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
For now, no.
No, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.